Dogs took a doubleheader yesterday from Judson. Scores of 10-0 and 4-0. Around the Mid-South Conference today, folks, Wright State Lake is at the Cumberlands. Glenville State is up in Pikeville. Madonna is up in Springfield, Kentucky to take on St. Catharines. Purdue North Central is at Lindsey Wilson, and then Culver Stockton will also play Lindsey today. Indiana Tech's up in Georgetown for a doubleheader. Campbellsville's down in Montgomery to face Auburn University Montgomery, and then your doubleheader here between the Eagles and the Phoenix. Yesterday, Lindsey Wilson defeated Purdue North Central by a score of 6-1. Glenville State and Pikeville split a doubleheader. Scores of 4-3 Glenville, 5-3 Pikeville. Madonna and St. Catharines split a doubleheader. St. Catharines winning game 1 10-0 and dropping game 2 2-1. Then the Cumberlands and Wright State Lake. Cumberlands took game 1 by a score of 12-0, game 2 by a score of 10-3. And Faulkner took a doubleheader from Buford Sanders Campbellsville Tiger Ball Club down in Montgomery by scores of 6-3 and 14-1. And Indiana Tech and Georgetown split their doubleheader. Georgetown 3-2, Indiana Tech 9-8. Yesterday, 2 big wins for men's and women's basketball as they head to Frankfort, Kentucky for the Mid-South Conference basketball tournament here this coming week, and we'll give you information as we go there. But the women came away with a 72-64 win over the University of the Cumberlands, and Coach Lonnie Thompson's ball club with a 70-59 win over the University of the Cumberlands. Back at the station, Preston, let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with the Woody Hunt pregame show.
Enterprise Rent-A-Car is the company with a wrapped car, which means you get the best rental package around. With weekend specials available, Enterprise is the perfect choice for that trip to the ball game or that getaway with a family. Not only will they set you up with a great rental vehicle at a great price, but they'll also make life easier by picking you up. Before you get away, get on the phone and call Enterprise Rent-A-Car at 1-800-RENT-A-CAR. Enterprise Rent-A-Car on the bypass in Lebanon.
Coach, good to be with you.
Yeah, I bet it's good to be here today. It's another beautiful day to play, and we hadn't had many of these, but we're lucky to be playing today with the weather like it is.
Some technical difficulties yesterday, Coach, with your interview, so just, a couple of the same questions, but kind of your appraisal of the ball club up to this point.
Well, I told him the other day, I think that if we can hang on, until we get more pitchers available for us, I think we can develop into a good club. But I also told him that we can beat anybody in the country on a given day. We can lose anybody in the country on a given day. So that's kind of where we are. I think that we are developing into a good team. I think we'll be better, hopefully down the road as we get everybody back. Our major concern now is our pitching depth and the injuries we've had and all that. And then the other thing is our defense. We need to shore that up a little bit. But besides that, we're pretty pleased. Our guys are playing hard, and they want to have a desire to win, and that's really all you can ask.
Coaching yesterday had to be 2 steps in the right direction.
Yeah, it was good. 2 wins any time is good, and we had some good pitching performances yesterday. And we're walking too many, however, that's the other thing we got to clear up a little bit. But our pitching staff is really hung on. They're doing very well. People like Hoppy has stepped up, and he's pitching today, of course. But those guys have really stepped up and done a good job for us. I'm proud of our pitching staff.
And, Coach, you have to be pleased with Stephen Fisher and Mike Melendez.
Well, Stephen Fisher, he was a hard-luck pitcher last year. This year he's done well, 4-0, and still in February. It's a pretty good record, and I just hope he can keep it going. Melendez, he really battles you hard out there. He's a good player, not only as a pitcher, but as a good hitter. But he can stop the walks a little bit. I think he's going to be really effective. Got a good changeup, pretty good breaking ball. But he's really picked us up a lot with his left from the left side, and we got to have him because of the injuries to Dugan and Swindoll. We just don't have the lefties we had planned for going into the year.
And, Coach, kind of a unique situation because we've had very few two-way players through the year, but this year we're basically looking at 3 guys, Mike Melendez, Mitch Langer, and now with Parker Cash back.
Yeah, and we have to figure out how to use them, and, we'd like to rest them some. And, I don't like to pitch a guy and hit him at the same time, but we almost had to yesterday because of I wanted our left-hand hitters in the lineup, and Mike's been hitting the ball well, so he deserves that. If he can handle it, and he's hitting again today. So, you know, then Wanger's really pitched well for us, and you know, he's got such power potential, and he's swinging the bat pretty good too. And then of course Cash, we've got to get him in there some. He just became eligible last week, so you know, we got to get out, use all those guys, and they all can pitch and they all can hit. So we're blessed to have them both ways.
Yeah, Coach, looking back through the years, basically the two guys I can remember that, you know, you would hit and pitch at the same time were, you know, Chris Smith and Billy Keppinger.
Yeah, and of course those two are special players, and Mike Mandarino was a good one too. Mike was a really good two-way player just recently, but Keppinger and Chris Smith are two exceptional guys. They were on to play professionally, of course, but could really do it from the left hand as a pitcher and the left hand hitters. But sometimes you're blessed with those guys, sometimes you're not. We're lucky to have three this year.
Coach, something that's going in a positive direction. About a week and a half ago, we were hitting 214 as a ball club. After yesterday's ball games, hitting 261.
Yeah, I hope we can keep climbing up. You know, we got to get to close to 300. I think to be to do what we need to do. We've got to produce runs. We've got to be able to hit like I think we can. You know, that's what we hang our hat on, offensive ability here, and we've got to get back to where we used to be offensively. And you know, I like. Preferably like a 330 hitting team, but that's going to be hard to reach that. But I think if we can get close to the 300 mark, then we can be a really good offensive team.
Coach, one area where you do have some flexibility and you're still trying to put the pieces in place, but is with our infield.
Yeah, you know, McGrew can play a lot of positions and play them well, and Hector can play second or short equally as well. Croft can play second and third, and you know, so those three guys are very interchangeable, and we'll probably keep doing it for a while longer to see what's best. And you know, but today we're going to play Vieira at second and McGrew at short, and Croft at third. You know, I'm not sure which way I like the best. I'm still trying to decide that. We're trying to keep them sharp in all areas, and I really don't think it matters to the guys. I think they're willing to do anything we ask them to do that way, and at least they have shown that, and that's good that they're embrace their flexibility and adaptability they have each position.
Coach, today's pitchers?
We're going to go with Curtis Hoppy the first game, and I'm hoping Millette the second game if he's okay. So, and if we can get Millette healthy again, then he'll be a big lift for our pitching staff, and I hope he's able to throw the second game.
Coach, looking forward to talking to today's ball games.
Okay, thank you, Mitch.
Back at the station, let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with today's starting lineup.
If you are